Nice weather today. Sun is up, but it's cool outside. The sun looks big, but it's not the halo of the sun. There. Alright, we'll do some a blog. We'll do a vlog. We'll do a vlog that's been overdue and frequently requested by my friends and colleagues back in the Philippines. Like, what's our pathway and how did we do it? Alright, stay tuned. Alright, so we're at Walmart to again make lives better of my fellow Canadians and save money. It's the Walmart way. So I'm early today. It's around 9 o'clock, but I'll log in at 9:30. So I'll do a vlog that's been overdue, frequently requested. So what's our pathway and how did we do it? So this will be 2 parts or 3 parts vlog. So you'll notice I will have a different scene. So I'll do this vlog whenever I could. I'll do my best to structure it so it'll be easy to follow. Right? So I'm an international student taking a Master's of Management degree at the University of Niagara Falls, Canada. My background in the Philippines is I work for JP Chase as an account manager too. So I oversee the one account for merchant services in the JP Philippine Global Service Center site in Cebu. So I have almost 15 years worth of experience in that company. I started as a frontline, then worked my way up, upskilled, and then to become a team leader, and then eventually an account manager. So it's just right that my program here is a Master's of Management because of my background. If you're curious, my college degree is a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, but I never got to practice nursing. Nurse balay. So that's me being a nurse. So I'm a registered nurse in the Philippines, but I never get to practice it. And it's also one pathway that we're looking at with my wife, because she's also a registered nurse in the Philippines. So that's one option that we can go to, on how we can stay in Canada and add value to the healthcare sector. But again, that's another option. All right, so I'll focus on what we have right now. So my wife is right now working as an independent contractor for a US based company. It's a home-based work, which she's working about 6 years right now. So she's able to carry that work here in Canada from the Philippines because it's a remote work, and it pays good, it pays well. So she's actually our rock right now. She's the one running our budget right now. She's paying all our rent and utilities right now here in Canada, because me, I have to resign from my work from JP Philippines, and hopefully I get to get back to JP here in Toronto, which is an hour and 30 minutes drive from Niagara Falls. But it's a long-term, middle-term to long-term goal. Once I finish my master's program, I'll definitely look for a role in JP Toronto, because right now there's limited part-time role in Toronto, right? And for me, it's not worth it to travel an hour and 30 minutes drive one way to Toronto for a part-time role, right? So that's why I'm working here at Walmart, making the lives better for my fellow Canadians and save money. Right, going back, so it started, our journey started in August 2024 when the passports of our 3 kids is expiring, so we want to renew it. Where's my skin? So just yeah. The sun reflects differently here. Let me just adjust like a robot. Okay, here we go. Speed of brightness. Jeez, hold on, let me just adjust. Here. Okay. All right. To continue, sorry, I have to cut off the video because my skin is a different reflection of the sun. Let's see. Glass skin. South Korean skin. Alright. So our journey started when the passports of our kids were expiring, so we want to renew it because we want to have a live passport or an active passport for my kids in case we need to use it. All right. Then when we got their passport, it's so clean. It's brand new. So out of nowhere, we want to travel internationally where there is snow. So first we're looking at South Korea because that's where my colleagues and friends at work usually go to around November, December, because of winter and the snow experience. Another one is Japan, although they say it's quite expensive, but we want to experience Japan because of its culture, right? And then last one is Taiwan. So there's no snow in Taiwan, I believe, but it's still kind of cold during winter. And it's just like an hour, 2 hours flight from the Philippines, if I'm not mistaken. So those are the 3 countries that we're looking at to travel with the renewed passports. And then my wife suggested, why don't we visit her sister and her family members in Canada. So yeah, she has 2 sisters in Canada, and then her parents as well are in Canada, in Niagara Falls, here in Niagara Falls. So she said, why don't we do apply for a tourist visa and then visit there during December so we could experience snow and get to visit her family members. So I said, okay, that looks like a good idea. And we can also experience how Canada is, right? Well, we have plans before to migrate to Canada, but never really seriously. So I think being a tourist, experience Canada would be our first step. To check if we really like Canada and the snow, and if we are a fit as an immigrant living and working in a different country. All right, so that's around September, and then the curiosity in me on how to apply for a tourist visa also started around September, end of September, and started looking at YouTube tutorials, DIY. I want to DIY it, right? Just do it myself. I don't want to pay for travel agency because it's costly, and second, I don't like the way how they would do the process. Like you will forward all your documents, including personal information, banking information, to them. For me, that's a red flag. So that's what prevented me from subscribing to an agency. Expensive, and the red flag on their process, privacy concern. So every weekend since September, that's what I like doing the most. Just doing once we put the kids to bed, during weekends. So I focus browsing YouTube on DIY tutorials, and then as I browse through tourist visa application, the international student application algorithm also started showing on my YouTube feeds, producer feeds on my YouTube page. So out of curiosity, I click on those and then started watching one after the other, and I'm thinking, why don't we apply for a student visa instead, right? Instead of just 3 or 4 weeks vacation in Canada, maybe we can stay longer in Canada with the international student permit, right? And as I get to see many tutorial videos, I like how the international student permit opens up opportunity for me and my family, my wife and kids. So I get to learn that I get an international degree. So never in my mind, never it crossed my mind that I'll pursue a higher education. But at this time, at this stage, looks like I want to improve. I want to give the life, or I want to, how do I say this? So I want to give the opportunity in a first world country for my kids that my parents wasn't able to give me. Yes, at this stage in my life. So guess my age. So I'm in that stage where you stop thinking about yourself, and you want to think about the future of your kids and give opportunity for a better life to your wife. So I'm at that stage. So that's also one driving factor why we are here, why we applied here, right? So yeah, so that continues towards end of 2024, around November. So that's September, October, November. So after like 3 months worth of YouTube tutorial, so I would say I have enough knowledge how to apply for student permit. So I started now inquiring about schools, right? So first thing you have to consider is the school has to be a designated learning institution. That means it's recognized by the Canadian government for international student, and that it's eligible for a postgraduate work permit. So why is it important that it's postgraduate work permit or PGWP eligible? So once you're done with your program, if your program is, or if your school or program is eligible for PGWP, you can apply for that work permit and can stay up to 3 years. So minimum is 1 year and then maximum with 3 years. That's based on what I've known, but it might have changed, but I think that's still the same. So that PGWP for a year or up to 3 years will give you enough time to have a Canadian work experience, right? And you can use that would open up opportunities for you to become a permanent resident, right? That's one. Second, if not for a permanent resident, you have an international experience that you can bring back home and leverage it to apply for a higher role. So that was my main objective, right? So first, to have an international degree. Second, to give my wife and kids experience in a first world country and the snow. Third, for my wife to be able to reunite with her family members, right? Fourth, to have an international working experience, because if I get back to my home country in the Philippines, I'm already like in a mid-senior level management level, but I can go higher to a senior level management position once I have the international degree and then Canadian work experience. So it's a win-win for us family to take this step to go here in Canada. So those are my main goals. Yeah, so I look at it that way, right? Back home, I have a good paying job. My wife has a well-paying job. We were living comfortably. We pay bills on time. We eat what we want whenever we want. We can buy stuff that we want, right? We have some investments. We have some savings. So we're living comfortably, but we are also at the stage we're in. There's a better life waiting for our kids out there, and we want to give it to them. We want to give it a shot, right? Anyways, if nothing would happen, at least we try, and we can always go back to the Philippines and continue what we're doing. So I think that's also make the situation easy for us to consider going to Canada, because we have nothing to lose. We have nothing to lose, right? So I thank God every day, my provider every day, that we are in the situation and give us the opportunity to apply here in Canada. All right, so I think that's for the first part. It's 9:15 now. I like it at 9:30. I'll do the next part maybe in the next few days once I'm arrive early here, or maybe at home when I have time, right? School has been busy the previous week because it's midterm week and we have a lot of outputs to submit, and also because of that snow for I think 4 days last week, we got hit with flu and flu-like symptoms, right? I just recovered. I'm still recovering, but my kid was absent for school for 4 days because of that. So that's why I'm not able to shoot some videos. But here I am recovering, and weather is good. The sun is up, but it's cool outside, like 3 degrees. Yeah, 3 degrees. Feels like -1. It is cool. All right, so I'll finish this video as soon as I can so I can share it to anyone. Hopefully you can learn from it. Whatever you see here is just based on my personal experience, not any form of legal advice. I'm not a professional. I'm not a regulated immigration advisor. It's just based on my personal experience. Right. See you in the next one. Bye.